Hi, Aquarius. This is Just with your August 2016 reading. I hope that you guys are having an enjoyable month so far. If this does not resonate with you guys, because these messages are very therapeutic this month around. It's a real message. They're messages. It's not like forecast, like some of my other readings are. So if this does not resonate with you and everything is fine and great and dandy, then, perhaps look at your other signs, or this month, it just may not resonate with you. But I feel like this is resonating with a lot of people. At least I've gotten a lot of feedback in a good way. However, this is the second group of readings that I'm doing, and the energies are speaking a bit differently. So with that being said, let me get into your reading now. I'm picking up that a lot of Aquariuses, although you guys are air signs, you guys are definitely taking on more of an earth sign energy this month. I feel like money has been a contentious part for some of you guys, or just your own self-value, self-worth, and stability. Okay. I feel like as it's a lot of money and people relationships that you're dealing with. A lot of your relationships is bound by money. Okay. Their needs versus your needs, and whose really needs are being met. Okay. And if yours are being met at all. I feel like that's the theme of August for some of my Aquariuses. I do see that either you or your mate could have lost a job recently. Some of you could have lost your home. It could have been like you got put out. Some of you could have lost your job. Okay. Or some of you could have been having a hard time finding work. Okay. And you were starting to kind of give up hope. And I see, and others of you, I feel, have been helping. So you're fine, but external to you, again, you have family, friends, people, maybe even coworkers that has been going through a tough time. And because of it, I feel it's affected you. Okay. Their state of instability or lack of stability is affecting you. Okay. And I feel like some of you now are at the point of real contemplation. For those of you that's been looking for work, was having a time trying to find work, I feel like some of you have found work, or your mates found work, but there's been a reconciliation of money. So, and I feel like it has increased your finances, your income by 30%. Okay. And I feel for some of you, if you were in a period where you weren't making a lot of money, or you were having financial issues, and now some of you could have taken on a new job, an additional job, or some of you could have been putting in a lot more hours at work. And on your off days, you could be going to work, that sort of thing. I feel like some of you are keeping it to yourself. You're really trying to reconcile your finances. And this time around, it's like, I'm gonna be very careful about, what I do with my money, and, how I'm going to apply it. And so that it grows for me, so that I'm not in that situation again, and, I feel like you're not telling people, because every time you share with someone that, you're making this, or you're making more money, and you have more for whatever, that same money goes right back out. Okay. So it's like, then they become needy in some area of their life. And then it's like, now you have to, stomp out yet another fire that's taking your money, the money that you're working really hard, because I see you guys working really hard in the month of August. Okay. Really hard. And I feel like it's to reconcile some things, some setbacks. Some of you could have made bad investment deals, and now you're having to reconcile the money. And now you're really, having learned that lesson, now you're really reflecting, like, I don't want to make this mistake again. Let me be careful. Okay. And I feel like where before you were feeling very stagnant in your movements, like before, maybe because your money was so funny, you couldn't do anything but just try to keep your head down and weather the storm as best as possible. And you knew you couldn't give up, that you had to keep, regardless of how frustrating the situation was, or how despairing it looked at times. You really knew that you had to fight the good fight. And I feel like now you guys can kind of breathe. I feel like now you don't have to be so much on the defense. Now it's like, okay, I don't have to be stagnant. Now I can move forward. Okay. And that's kind of what I see of you guys, like, moving forward. Definitely. And I feel like in a fast pace, like some of you are really, moving quickly, getting a lot of things done. Although I feel like the movements that you're making, you're being, quiet about it. You're keeping it to yourself. You're keeping it to yourself. But you are moving and getting a lot done, but you're not sharing it with people, I feel. I also feel like there's a lot of inner reconciliation, a lot of emotions that you guys are reconciling with yourself internally. This is a very strong internal month for you guys. A strong internal month. A lot of things being done, things that you're trying to reconcile with, things that you're trying to be done with, end with, and move forward in, but things that you really have to contend with. Okay, so there's a lot of things you're contending with this month, I feel. I feel like, there's been with this situation, excuse me for the noise, with this situation, I feel like with you working away and working away and working away, there could have been a situation where there's been some conflicts in the past, but I'm feeling strongly with this existing situation because I feel like there's a lot of family money ties, friend money ties, co-workers, which you're probably categorizing them as friends, money ties. But there's just a lot of money ties with people that has you feeling trapped. Like that's the theme for just about every sign. The same theme is reconciling this feeling of feeling controlled, feeling trapped. And I feel like that has a lot to do with Capricorn, which is in your is in your 12th house, right? So it's all psychological for you, okay? Meaning you're not expressing it, you are dealing with it behind the scenes, okay? A lot of people probably don't know how much financial ties you have with people because, you may have this financial tie with your mother, but then you're not telling your brother. And then now you're having a financial tie with your brother, but you're not telling your wife. And now she's got something that she needs help with. And now, it's like you're entangling yourself financially with so many people behind the scenes and no one knows about the other person. Like, so if you're expecting people to feel a sense of empathy, okay, or even sympathy, then I don't see that being the case because a lot of people are not even aware of the fact that you are going through all of these things. It's like you guys are just really suffering in silence, I feel, to an extent. And I feel like as the month progresses, there's going to be you feeling more and more bound by this situation because I feel like you're going to be feeling like I'm working so much and I'm not getting my needs met, I'm not being satisfied with what's going on. My needs are not being met, I feel like you need to make some real definitive decisions about how this all makes you feel, because I feel like there's at least, anywhere from 4 to 7 to 6 different avenues in life as it relates to like people and you and like a bond, what's the word? Bonds, okay? These bonds that you guys have with all of these different people. And I feel like, it's challenging. And so I feel like it's going to really ask you guys this month to take the time to really get decisive emotionally about how it makes you feel. And I think that's what you guys are going to be doing. Just don't get so caught up in your day to day, every day. You have to do this, you have to do that, the physical part of your life, that it doesn't allow you enough time to really reflect and reconcile your emotions. Okay. How does this make you feel? Is this person really giving you, are you getting anything out of it? And if you're not getting anything out of it, then what can you do to make sure that you get what you need? And if you're not getting what you need, then what are you going to do about that? I think that those are the things that you really need to contend with yourself, because if you don't, then you're going to only feel more and more trapped, and you're going to find yourself more people coming to you like bloodsuckers, still needing more and more from you, I feel. Okay. And it's going to be like something then it's like something that you're never going to be able to get a handle on. Okay. And I also feel like, I feel like sometimes it's a way, because some of you don't want to lose some of people. You may feel like, okay, if I don't extend myself to this extent, I'm going to lose this person. I'm going to lose these people because they need me, and I need to be this person that's needed. And I know you guys always think very collectively. So it's like, your problem is my problem. We'll work this out together, and I got you, and, that sort of thing. But sometimes you really have to think about yourself. Okay. And I feel like that is possibly the reason why some of you are delaying making these decisions, because you don't want to lose someone. Okay, but you may be attracting to you problematic situations throughout the month of August if you don't take time out to really reconcile these things with yourself. Okay, I do see that there's going to be this element, and I wanted to say before I started, is that some of you guys, you don't want to fight. In this month of August, you're not going to want to fight. You guys are going to want to love. You're not going to want to fight at all. It's like, I want to love and I want to fight. I want peace and love, not fighting. And I feel like you're going to be trying to get down to the bottom of a situation. So, going back to the situation, and again, I'm feeling strongly, this message is reaching me strongly to these Aquariuses that have these financial karmic ties to others that they really have to decide upon. And I feel like some of you are going to be trying to get down to the bottom of a situation with people, try to find out what's going on with their financial situation. When are you going to get your money? But I feel like you're going to be doing it in a way that I feel like maybe at first you might be doing it a bit sloppy or a bit like childish almost to some extent, because you don't really want to have to come to this, you don't really want to have to say this to these people. You don't like confrontation, I feel. I'm getting that you guys don't really like confrontation. I'm not talking about the Aquariuses that doesn't have a problem with confronting a situation, but I'm speaking more to the Aquariuses that really just want love and peace and don't really want any drama, don't want any kickback. But I feel like mentally you've thought about this thing long enough that you're going to have to start asking some questions. You're going to have to start getting down to the bottom of a situation. And I feel like for some of you, you're going to be dealing with people that's going to know just the right things to say and do to kind of keep this thing going. They're going to appeal to your feelings, your heart, that type of thing, because you have a soft spot for some of these people. And I feel like if you allow this to continue, you're going to get to a place where you're just going to feel like it's not even an emotional thing. You're going to feel worthless, to yourself. Like, what? I'm not valuing me because I'm too busy valuing you guys. That's your message for this month. Like, a lot of you guys are dealing with value, self-value, what that means. And there's a lot of unclearness in that. You do have Pisces in your second house of self-value, which Neptune is there. So there's a lot of internal, because it's retrograde. Okay, but there's a lot of things that are being very much made aware to you that you can see. Okay, you're not valuing me, but I'm showing you that I value you. So what's going on here? What's going on here? And that could go into your workplace, but I feel like work is pretty much okay. But although some of you could be dealing with this very same thing at the workplace, where you're not being valued, you have to work a lot. So what you do is you just keep your head down and you work as much as you possibly can. And I feel like on the sideline, some of you could be focusing on trying to move forward and look for other opportunities, because you know that this situation is never going to change, and it's only going to devalue you longer and longer and more. And so you're going to try and move forward. Okay. But back to these family members and friends and coworkers and stuff like that, I feel like if you don't get down, if you don't start to make some real decisions and get clear, okay, then this thing is going to really, it's going to be even more harder for you to rebound from this situation, if that makes any sense, okay? I see that some of you are really deciding to take a step back, okay? You don't have any blockages here, guys. You don't have anything stopping you. It's just some of you are just really stuck in a situation. It's hard for you to kind of put the gauntlet down and come to terms and face the music with some people, and bring the pain if you need. I don't mean anything physical. When I say bring the pain, that means that, you know, you have to leave my life. Okay, that's it. No, I'm cutting you off. No more money. That's it. That type of thing, because that's going to be painful for them to hear. But I do see that some of you through this month of August, you're going to become more and more withdrawn, I feel. And, you know, you're going to, because I just see a lot of trying to reconcile your value, you know, trying to understand what all of this means and how can you get to a place where at the end of the day you're happy with yourself and you don't feel used and you don't feel abused and you don't feel controlled. You know, I do see that there's a possibility for a lot of Aquariuses or some of you guys to fall victim to your shadow side. So doing too much of ... You know, indulging too much, doing, you know, over ... overdoing whatever it is that you do, whatever your vice is, and we all have them, you know, even if it's working and you're doing too much of that, that is an overindulgence. So the advice, guys, because this is, like I said, a very therapeutic and message orientated reading for every sign. The advice is for you to, get clear with yourself. You're going to be doing a lot of self-reflecting, and that's good, but definitely get clear with yourself and don't just rely on other people to kind of think that you're going to get back from them what they're giving you, because you're not. And it's almost like the same message I was sending to Taurus. You know, it's the same thing. Like, they have to really get proactive with themselves too, and cut away with people that aren't serving them, and regain their control and their own self-worth. And I feel like I'm saying the exact same message for you guys. So if you have any Taurus in you, then this message is really meant for you, and I feel like it's going to be very significant that you heed the messages that are here. Now, as it relates to love, I see that there's going to be someone. I feel like for some of you guys, some of you are really like just feeling like somebody's playing you for a sucker. I feel some Aquariuses are feeling like you're getting played for a sucker. Like, some of you just want to love. It's somebody that you love. It is someone that you freaking love. When I was shuffling this deck, the first thing that literally popped out was the Two of Cups. And when I saw it, I just got this strong energy of like usually to me, the Two of Cups is not signifying love. It's not it's not significant to love for me. Okay. It says you can like a person. It says that you guys are going to be okay. It says that you guys feel and think the same way. It doesn't mean love. But when I saw it, I automatically felt this strong surge of like love. And I was like, uh-oh. And I see, and then what flew out of after that told me that you guys really and truly don't want to fight. Someone's going to be coming back. But I feel like someone's going to be coming back, and they're not going to want to fight. You know, they're going to want to put the swords down after some time apart, you know. I feel like, here's the thing. Also, I feel like, and I also got this feeling that some of you are truly in love with someone, but they're not making themselves available to you. Okay. They're taking a break from you. Okay. Although you just really want to be with this person, they are not making themselves available. They're taking a break from you. And others of you, they don't share your feelings. Now, how does that make sense, right? That I had a Two of Cups upright, that usually would signify that two people feel the same. But I feel for some of you, at one point you guys were on that same page, but now that person does not feel the same. Like their feelings are not that way. They're not thinking the way that you're thinking. Okay. And I feel like for some of you guys, this could have been somebody that you used to go through thick and thin with. This could be someone that you helped them out because they're in a bad place right now. They could help you out because you're in a bad place. And I feel like for some of you guys, you really try to focus on work, or you try to put your mind in another area so that you don't obsess over this person. I feel like some of you are absolutely obsessing over this person, period. Okay, you're obsessing. All right. You can't get this person out of your mind. You're trying to figure out what's going on. I feel like a lot of you are trying to communicate as much as possible. Like you're just doing, some of it is coming off to me reckless, you know, because you're when you're not talking to them, you're over obsessively thinking, ruminating, trying to get the answers. But I feel like because on an emotional level, I'm speaking about right now, I feel like on an emotional level, you're not very clear. You're getting clear, trying to get clear, but then it's like you just can't stop focusing on the situation, okay? Because I feel like the person doesn't really want you. And I feel like some of you could be trying to force things to get right, trying to force things to be right. This could be happening to you guys. So if this is not you doing it, it could be someone doing this to you, okay? For some of you, I see that there could have been like a person has taken a step back from you, okay? Or you've taken a step back because your needs are not being met, or their needs weren't being met. So then they've taken a step back. And I feel like they told you that, you know, like they let you know in the month of July of like, you know what, I've decided to not, you know, want to move forward with you because I'm not getting what I want out of this relationship. Okay. You weren't giving me what you were supposed to with somebody else. You were focusing on somebody else, and you was trying to, you know, you were playing me with somebody else, and I was just getting, you know, kibbles and bits from you, and I'm not accepting it. Or you telling someone the same thing. Okay. So either or. Okay. And I feel like for some of you guys, you're going to be trying your best to like this relationship is just screaming to me. This is one person that you are crazy about, that you can't get off your mind, and come hell or high water, you're going to find some damn thing out. You're going to get down to the bottom of the situation. And I feel like it doesn't matter what they tell you. It's not going to be good enough for you, because it's not what you want to hear. It's not what you want. It's not your end result, because they're not being with you. They're not saying, yes, it's whatever you want. What do you want? Okay, that's what we're going to do, whatever. It's not these things. So I feel like because of it, you're still going to be ruminating and driving yourself crazy to an extent. And I feel like with you guys trying to get to an understanding with this person, again, you're coming in a way where it's like when you're by yourself, you're thinking in a very practical, mature way, very wise. But then it's like when you get around this person, you like fall apart mentally, and you don't know like the strategy that you possibly have thought of in your mind in the beginning is like that all falls apart. And then you start talking like a little kid, you know, and you just want answers. But what you don't realize is that this person right here, when they took a moment back, they changed to a great extent. Or it could be you guys. It could be you. So somebody, especially if you're dealing with another air sign, you know, but if it could be you that, you know, someone's coming to you and now they want to try to force your hand on something, and they ask you all these questions and stuff. But then I'm getting more strongly it's coming from another person. But whomever it is, the person is saying, no, you know, this person has grown. This person has changed. This person has, I feel, gotten a different perspective. And now they know exactly how to handle you. It's as if the tables have turned, or you know exactly how to handle this person. Okay. But I'm feeling more strongly it's coming from this person knows how to handle you. And some of you guys, I feel, are going to really feel so destabilized by this situation. I feel like some of you guys you're gonna question your own self-worth and value because of the situation. And it's like, my advice would be for you to really pay attention to what's being said to you. You know, try to collect yourself as best as you can so that You can express yourself in the way that you need. If you really love this person, tell them you love them. Stop playing games with yourself. Stop trying to think that you have enough cleverness to, win them over with your words, or just try to, question them to death. No, if you love them, tell them you love them. Obviously, if somebody's single and they're available, you know what I mean, and the only thing that's, stopping you guys from being together is a past fallout, tell them you love them. Tell them how you feel. Okay. But if it's a case where you know that, what, this person just has a hold on me and a control over me, and it's not healthy, it's very toxic, and they don't feel the same way that I feel, it doesn't matter what all I do, I'm just not, I'm not getting my needs met, then you need to make a decision to perhaps offer your love to someone else that can give you what you need, But I feel like there's going to be a point where you're going to get clear. You're going to get clear. It's this one person. It's one person. I don't even care if some of you guys are in relationships and you're doing other things with other people. Somebody has come back, or somebody has, I just get strongly as this somebody came back. There was a break. Somebody came back, and now it's like you can't think straight. This thing for you have moved into a whole nother stratosphere, and it's like I have to reconcile this thing right here before I can even think about anybody else, because this person really has you. And then I want to look, because I don't want to just I want to see. I'm going by my feelings right now, okay, but I'm gonna look and see. Excuse me. Yeah, let me look. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing, and that's definitely what I'm feeling, okay? So even though before you guys were confused, before there was fights and arguments, I feel like even now, with this person coming back, and this person couldn't have, for some of you, the person didn't actually leave, but maybe, it was just a lot of fighting and BS going on, and people not really telling each other how they feel and all this other stuff. But I feel like now there's none of that fighting going on. There's no fighting going on. And I feel like there's a lot of different stories going on here, okay? Some of you are waiting for somebody to give you what you want, and it's not going to happen. Or it's not happening now, okay? It's definitely not happening in the month of August. Some of you, somebody's waiting for you to give them what they want. It's not happening in the month of August. Some of you, but then the biggest part of the story is this person that you cannot stop thinking about. And this person's going to drive you crazy through the month of August. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know. This person's going to drive you crazy through the month of August, because they have a hold on you that I don't think that you are taking the time to take seriously. I know, but I don't think you are taking the time to understand the level of control, the level of like control. But even outside of control, I'm just like, this person for some of you is like napalm. Like, and I don't care if you had intercourse with them or not, if you've had an intimate relationship with them or not. Some of you you guys haven't even been physical. But they are it for you. And it's like, that's part of the control too, the physical, the lust. But it is love there. There is also love, but the love has never been truly expressed, truly developed at all. That's what I'm getting. Even though I got the Two of Cups, guys, I'm telling you, I know what I'm feeling, okay? And I feel like that's because a lot of you guys were just so confused for a long time. You guys have been confused with your feelings, not really wanting to. You guys have been confused because some of you have been scared, not wanting to make the wrong choice, not wanting to put your heart out there because you don't want to get left. You don't want to get cheated on. You don't want to be heartbroken. And you're just like, no, So I feel like For my couples out there, I'm seeing that it's a lot of like, some of you guys do the month of August, you could have had a lot of problems with your finances with as it relates to your mate and your family. And now that things are starting to get back on track, I feel like some of you, like through this problematic time that you guys had, I feel like some things were said or done to make you feel like you really need to review this thing. Like you really need to think this thing through, like, you know. And I feel like you know, even if you may be considering wanting to leave to some extent, you know that you can't, you know, because again, there's these karmic ties that a lot of people are having with each other right now. So whether you want to leave or not, you're not. And I feel like, you know, although right now you may be in this state of really trying to decide upon a situation, you guys, and I don't see anybody going anywhere this month, but I do see that you may try to reestablish your love again for one another, you know, and get past this situation together. Okay. I see if there's some cheating that's been going on. Okay. I feel like some of you, like, I just keep getting this, somebody, even though if there was somebody else and there's other people coming around and there's other people in the world and you know, there's other people around, there's other options or whatever like that. I just feel like this month of August, there's just one person, there's somebody that you guys need to, that you're making your focus, that you are really like, you're focused on. So that's what I have for you guys. Let me know if this resonates. Definitely comment below. I feel like I've am dealing with messages with you guys from like a few months ago. Remember when you guys had those messages where it was like, I don't know who this person is, but you guys are like obsessed with them, that sort of thing. Yeah, I feel like you're here again, perhaps with the same person. And I didn't pick up specific elements because I literally have every element. So it makes no sense to say, if this is this, if this is that. It's whomever this message resonates with. If it resonates with you, plug those people in, and that's what it is. So that's what I have for you guys. If it resonates, again, leave me a comment below. I would love to see how this affects you. And also make sure you keep the message and take the messages, because that's what these readings are about this month. A lot of messages, okay, to help you get through and to avoid a lot of things. And so if you like this video, thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, guys.